Good afternoon, my name is Jeff Evans and I'll be presenting on the Milgram experiment and how it relates to accounting. Back in the 1960s, a Yale psychologist named Stanley Milgram conducted an experiment on the behavioral aspect of obedience. The experiment was conducted using two parties. A subject group which was composed of volunteers from the local community from very different backgrounds. The victim was the other party, which was an accomplice for the experiment and knew everything that was going on. The victim was strapped to an electric chair in a separate room from where the subject would be located. In the subject's room, there was an electrical shock machine that would administer shocks to the victim. The experiment coordinator explained the rules to the subject that they should read a pair of words to the victim and then read another list of words and ask the victim which was the correct word from the original pair. The victim would get it wrong and the subject would give an electrical shock through the machine. The volts from the shocks range from 15 to 450 volts. Throughout the process, many of the subjects had trouble continuing on, but were encouraged by the experiment coordinator to continue because it was vital to the experiment that they proceed. The results of the experiment are quite shocking. Out of the 50 volunteers, 26 administered the 450 volt shock, and none of the subjects administered a shock less than 300 volts. The victims of the experiment were not harmed, and the subjects were debriefed after the experiment was complete. The Milgram experiment can be seen in real-life situations in any business setting. WorldCom and Enron scandals are a couple of things that come to mind. In these corporations, the leaders ordered subordinates to follow their unethical orders and to hide important information. In the end, these corporations were brought down because of the unethical behavior of leaders and the followers that listened to their commands. The followers of these corporations were put in similar situations compared to the subjects in the Milgram experiment, and they were convinced that they needed to follow the orders of their leaders because of their position and their authority. It is important for us to remember the things that we have learned in this class. We have learned about how to recognize unethical behavior and how to approach any situation that might be violating or going against what we believe. We need to stand up for what we believe and be an example to those around us. We can be leaders wherever we go by sticking to our standards and doing what we know is right. It is up to us to continue to improve our ethical understanding and to use that understanding to help those around us. Thank you.